And welcome back to another episode of All of Fabric 6. We're in between episodes. I massively expanded our cauldron dripstone lava generation thing, and it's still not enough. It's still not enough. But we are building up a buffer. It's filling up the pipes now after I turn some machines off, but. It does kind of work. It kind of works. But turning on the ore processing drains it very quickly. So yeah, we can't afford to run stuff all the time. That's okay. But last episode, we did a bit of stuff. We got like a wood chopper, as you can see. I had to turn it off because it turns out it doesn't stop chopping. Doesn't stop chopping wood. Once its inventory's full, so it started spamming logs and stuff all over the ground, which isn't ideal, so we'd have to get some void storage if we wanted to run that all the time. I would like it if you didn't exist anymore. And we're going to have to be careful because I don't want to get bad omen. Looks like none of you have the... I thought I just saw the person that had the banner. Wonder where he went. Did he fall in the water? Nope, not sure what happened. Did a little bit of other stuff. We're now avoiding saddles. I haven't made another fishing rod yet, but we got some stuff. We got like enchantments. I'm sure there's some cool stuff in there, like posture breaker. Increases the chance for posture break on silver bullets, halved for arrows. I don't even know what that's from. A silver bullet is from Mariam's Souls-like weaponry. Okay. Interesting. Not quite sure what that means, but that's cool that we can get that sort of stuff. But today, I want to fix up the factory. It's, yeah, not designed very nicely. It's kind of just plonked here, all within a few chunks. But yeah, that's the plan for today. We're going to tidy up the factory. Instead of just doing it in a time lapse, I'm just going to, tackle bits and pieces. So step one, this doesn't make any sense. Our mining drill just hovering above the floor of the factory and it generates a lot of ores. Cool, very handy. Doesn't really look like it should go here. So we're going to move this thing. And I think I'm just going to chuck it in this area here. That will make it look like it's kind of actually mining some stuff. Doesn't really make a difference. Don't need to do it, but I want to do it. And I guess we can take that stuff out. Yeah, so not necessary at all, but I'm just not a huge fan of the way it looks. And also, we're kind of a bit close to this part of the factory, so I can shove all of this stuff across and maybe wall this off or do something here to make this look a bit better as well. So I think that'll help a bit. So, nice. And let's make the mining drill, look like it fits a little bit better. And there's some serious FPS lag down there with the lava. So we're going to want to make sure we cover that up. And yeah, I thought you might not catch everything. That should be okay because we'll cover this maybe in a dome or something as well. And then it won't, not my backpack. And then it won't matter that, well, it'll stop the trees from growing that big. I assume that's how that works. But yeah, let's make a mining area here. Well, so it's better than it was. It still doesn't look quite like it would be stable, and there's some awful terrain around here. But yeah, a bunch of iron bridge supports, catwalks from Create Deco, which did require polishing iron bars with sandpaper, which is, yep, that's a thing. And yeah, kind of using energy cables, at least on this side, as decoration and all the surrounding that thing. So it makes more sense than it did. I'm not going to say it's perfect because it's certainly not, but I think that's an improvement on just having it sitting in there. So I think that looks kind of cool. Next on the list might be this horrible, horrible mess here. If we can get in here. Now this is going to cause slight problems getting in, which maybe means we want to make sure we can get in. If we just chuck an axe in here, he should pretty quickly clear out everything. I think he should be clearing out. Yeah, he's slowly clearing out all of those trees. Nice, nice. We might want to make it so that we can see his working area. And we kind of just want to mark that off. So this is as far as he will harvest. If we were to go a little bit further, because we want the trees to have some room to grow. If we did something like this, and then we encase all of this, we should stop this stuff happening because he's never going to harvest that log. And we can maybe also stop trees from growing absolutely massive. Here it's going to be a little bit of a pain. We might just sacrifice some of the efficiency here. We'll see how we go. Why are we getting leaves? Oh, we had silk touch. So if we do something like this. And then if we just had like, let's just for now temporary blocks to keep track of what we're trying to do. You know what? I might want to. Okay. Yep. I want to take that out. Maybe take saplings out for a second. You won't insert them in there? No. Just to stop them growing, because that's going to be a little bit of a pain. And we'll do a little bit of an enclosure. So ideally we would come back all the way here. I don't know how we're going to join this into the the factory, but we'll give it a go. And then I think some kind of like glass dome would probably be the go here. Is it less laggy with this off? No, we're starting to... I can't see because my shield stuff's in the way. We're not doing great on frames. I suspect turning off shaders, yeah, that's noticeably better. I do like the shaders though. They look nice. They do look nice. And yeah, this can be like the tree area. Kind of makes sense, I guess. I'm thinking a glass dome, some kind, and maybe we'll make it rounded as well. Like, we don't need to be like super efficient. We might just have to make sure that we can't actually grow trees here, because I suspect. Oh no, you wouldn't plant this far. Okay, that works out quite nice. Yeah, we've got a lot of squares going on. Let's make it a little bit rounded. And let's do something here. All right, that's something. Now, hopefully the trees still grow. They might not grow right up against the glass. That might be a thing, and actually it looks like it's not even going that far. Oh, it doesn't even plant out that far. Now, we could up the range, but I think actually having a little semi-walkway might be handy. Yeah, we'll leave that. We'll leave that. Maybe chuck in some bone meal just to make sure this thing is still working. Now, will you pull... You would, but I didn't set you to pull because I don't want Yeah, I don't want lots of that happening. Let's block that off so the magnet, actually the magnet's still going to try and pull stuff in. Let's turn the magnet off for now. Yeah, there we go. We now have a enclosed tree farm. Now, I don't think it's going to work for all types of trees because some of them are quite tall, but I mean, we can always remove the roof or something if we really wanted to farm a bunch of them using that. It should work pretty well. And then we'll start getting plenty of wood in there. And that, I think, is pretty neat. Cool. So that's tidied up that section a little bit. Next, we've got... This is almost like an industrial fish farm, right? Kind of. And I do want to tidy this up a bit. I think this terrain needs to... It definitely needs to do something. It can't be just this hard edge and... I don't think this needs to be here anymore. It's just putting like a midnight solution down there. So we might... Yeah, we might just come out. Get some sort of terrain going. Yeah, I think it'll be okay. And then we can continue on there, and that kind of joins into that. And then we just fill. The frames are actually not super great in this area. I'm suspecting a little bit it might be that lava thing. It seems to have made things a lot worse than they were. So, yeah. Now, I wouldn't recommend doing the big lava cauldron thing that I did. I think the create infinite fluid mechanic would probably be the go instead, rather than, yeah, a whole bunch of FPS draining cauldrons. I might just have to like cover them up so you can't see them, because they got trapdoors on them at the moment, which you can kind of see through, which might be giving us some of the issues. Maybe, I'm not entirely sure. Let me do something like that. Yeah, that'll be fine. Yeah, so I mean, we can always stop playing with shaders. I probably will if it gets too bad, because it actually runs fine without them. But all right, here goes some terrain that it's still a little bit because I never finished it. That's why it was still a little bit odd. Something like that. Something like that. It doesn't look completely natural, does it? But we might do something else there. I don't know. Yeah, I think industrial fish farm. Maybe this just needs to be a little bit bigger. Maybe put some of those catwalks with the little railings like we've got over here around it. It's all very this color. It's all very this color. Yeah, I think maybe just expanding this would be kind of cool. It's going to be a nightmare to get that water out of there, but we'll manage. We'll manage. Let's get some industrial looking fish farms and maybe bump it over a little bit so it's not right hard up against what's going to be a bit of a factory wall somewhere in here. Yeah, something's happening in here and I'm not quite sure what yet. Okay, we now have kind of like an industrial fish farm plunked in here. Yeah, it looks okay. It's better than what it was. Kind of just plonked here with the concrete, but yeah, still not entirely sure what we're doing with this. Am I running out of things that I can do while putting off the factory itself? Because we want a dome thing here, but we probably kind of want some sort of exterior design that we can use for this. Some sort of exterior design that we can use for this. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what we're going to use. And actually, I haven't even thought about having an entrance to this because I've just been flying in. Maybe through here. Or would it make, maybe it would make more sense to have it on this side, but then this is in the way. And I don't really want to move that. We could have something here that then links up to that road over there or something. Because we kind of got a path thing going on. So we could like run this along here and then it comes up the hill and then the entrance is here and it's kind of in the middle. That kind of only leaves us with like the spot though. And I was planning on moving these, but I mean, we can probably fit them somewhere. We could always have multiple floors, but don't know if we're going to do that yet. I think though the smartest thing is going to be to jump in the creative mode and work out this, because these things were relatively small. We've broken our axe. Relatively small, so if I mucked it up, it wasn't too major to knock everything down. We're going to build a nice looking factory here. I want to be able to quickly change stuff without having to worry about gathering the resources. Yeah, okay. Time to stop putting it off. Let's get some kind of factory. It's good to finally have something else up on the hill after quite a while. That cable is still not great, not great. I might consider running it in the water instead of just through the sky. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to find a nice way to set this up. Kind of the height difference makes it weird, but it does make a nice bridge for getting across. But there we go. We have probably maybe a little bit too futuristic of a looking factory sitting up on the hill directly beside our ancient temple with our spectrum stuff in it. Yeah, this thing, I think it turned out okay. It doesn't really fit in the terrain yet, but we'll do that over time. We'll just chip away at it. I should have built this first. I ended up having to like move this forward a little bit and actually pull down and move that forward again. It's not really kind of joined too good, but it's there. And I just remembered I haven't finished running the cables and stuff. Or did I? Wait, is that? I think we're almost back to functioning. I think I could just chuck stuff in there and it would go. But yeah, not that we're desperate for wood. I had to mine. Well, I didn't have to mine. This thing had to mine a whole bunch of iron. For all the iron plates and stuff that went into the materials in this building. So yeah, that didn't look good. Don't look under there. It might be a little bit hollow underneath to save on resources. But yeah, I'll do a little bit of facading there and there just to tidy that up a bit. And inside, I kind of got rid of the double wall thing. And we're just having exposed cables, which, yeah, I mean, I think I could run this a bit nicer, but it's there. It's functional. I think, yeah, these Ad Astra glowing pillars look quite nice. I think this stuff's all finished, right? I think I can just dump that in and away it goes. Start getting iron. Nice. Probably actually got a fair bit of iron. We already had 5,000 iron. But yeah. So this is all kind of sealed off. It's got a little semi-access point here, although you'd have to break blocks if you actually wanted to get in there. Now, due to my lack of planning with this factory, all of that time I spent putting the lava down here. Oh, and down here's not done. It's really not done. Yeah. So this is kind of set up. I can probably get rid of that. This is set up so we can run a bunch more Infernium growth accelerators down to here. We can't even get the full 12 in here before we start running into the lava, but I don't really want to tear all this up at this stage. Should have built it down a lot more, but that's okay. That's okay. I suspect we'll probably be fine. We'll probably be fine. But yeah, it's good to have a structure here. We can safely say that the Industrial Revolution has happened. We've got a pretty good setup if we need to get any more ores at any point. And yeah, aside from being an even number wide and this not being lined up with the center, I think this looks pretty cool. And these, I'm not convinced these quite fit, but I think we might do a little bit more tidying up in here. This fishing thing is actually crazy how much stuff you get. Yeah, like enchantments. We could probably scrounge together a couple of decent bows from all of this stuff. I haven't really been going through and looking at this, but there's all sorts of things in here. This is some good stuff. And fish, if we ever need that much fish. We probably won't. We probably won't. But that's neat. That's neat. I'm glad that we finally have something a bit better here than the stone bricks that were a staple for so many episodes. But I'm sure we'll have other bits and pieces happening in this factory while we carry on. Next time we'll come back and I'm not sure what we're doing. We'll dive into something. But yeah, it's been ClassicDuff. Thanks for watching. We'll come back next time for some more All the Fabric 6. See ya.